Good day once again. My name is Graphics. Today we'll be looking at an aspect of mathematics which is called trigonometry analysis, where we are going to be analyzing this question that says that if tan theta is equals to 3/4, find sec theta, cos theta and sin theta. Now, the first thing you have to do in this question is this. Solution. You draw a triangle this way. Then you put your angle here, which is angle theta. Now, since we're looking for what? Tan theta. We're looking for what? Tan theta equals to what? 3/4. Right? Which is the same thing as saying that tan theta is equals to what? Opposite over what? Adjacent. From your what? SOHCAHTOA. Because we have what is called your SO, we have what is called CA, we have what is called TOA. Right? We know the SO is opposite over hypotenuse, the CA is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, and the tan is equals to opposite over what? Adjacent. So it means that tan theta, it means this 3 is the opposite, this 4 is the adjacent. Now, what you do is, we know very well that this angle here is facing this side, right? So let me call that side to be y, right? So our y is the opposite because the angle is facing the y, this side. So y is equals to what? 3. Are we good? Then this side here is the what? Adjacent. And 4 is adjacent. So let me call here to be equals to what? X. And x is equals to what? 4. 4 is the adjacent. But we don't know what our hypotenuse is. And let's call that point Z. We only know opposite and adjacent. So for us to get what our Z is, we need to use Pythagoras theorem. So we write applying Pythagoras theorem that says that the longest side, which is the hypotenuse, that is Z, square, the square of the longest side is equal to the square of y and the square of, plus the square of z. So it's equal to what? The square of x plus what? The square of what? Y. So that is the law. The square of this plus the addition of the square of this and the square of this. Is that okay? Now from here we move forward. The z is not given, so we say z square is equals to x square is what? 4. X is 4, so we have 4 square plus y is 3, so we have what? 3 square. Now z square is equals to 16 plus what? 9. Right? So from here my z square is equals to what? 25. So when this square is coming to the other side, my z will be equals to square root of what? 25. And my z here, the z here will be equals to what? 5. So we've said that our z is what? 5. So I can now redraw my triangle. Let me just redraw it here. Can I redraw my triangle here? So redraw my triangle like this. Right? We say that the z here is what? 5. The x here is equals to what? 4. And the y here is equals to what? 3. Right? So we are now told to look for what? For sec theta. Look at this. We are told to what? Find sec theta. So what you do is, the sec theta here, so question I, we are finding sec theta, Abi. So sec theta, if you look at it very well, sec theta will be equals to what? If you count, this is 1, 2, 3. Since this third part here is C, C stands for cos, so my sec theta is 1 all over what? Cos theta. Are we good? So now what is cos theta? If you come from the word car, my cos theta will be equals to what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. Car means cos theta is equals to adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. Is that taken? So I'll now come to this point. Then what is my adjacent? My adjacent here is what? Is 4. So I'll be having 4 all over what? My hypotenuse is what? 5. Right, which is my z. And that is what? 5. Are we good? So you just put it here and say, recall cos theta is equals to what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse, which is the same thing as saying your x over your y, which is the same thing as saying 4 over 5. Right? This is what we just did here. Now if I now write here, so I will say that my sec theta is equals to 1 all over, what is cos theta? Cos theta is what? 4 over 5. 4 over 5. So from here I can easily say that my sec theta will be equals to, this 5 will come to multiply the 1. So I'll be having 5 all over what? Over 4. So the 5 will come here. That means if you're having A all over B over C, the C is coming here. I'll be having AC over B. So this 5 is coming here to multiply the 1. So 5 times 1 over 4. So my sec theta is what? 5 over 4. Then the next one, we say we should look for cos theta. The next question, if you look at it very well, the next question here, it says we should look for what? Cos theta. Right? And we've already gotten cos theta. We say that cos theta is what? Cos theta is 4 over 5. So my II, this question here, let me put it here. So my cos theta, so my II will now be equals to, that will be cos theta, right? And that will be what? 4 over 5. I've already showed you cos theta is what? 4 over 5. That is II question here. So now the next one is this. That is sin theta. So the III, the third question, III here, the III will tell me sin theta is equals to, we know very well that my sine is from the word so, and so means sin theta is equals to what? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. And what is my opposite in this triangle? My opposite is y, and my hypotenuse is z, which is giving me, what is my y? My y is 3, and my z is what we calculated to be what? 5. Z is what? 5. So we said our answer is what? 3 over 5. So we've gotten the 3 questions that we are told to get. So thank you. Now we'll look at the same question, but let's do it alternatively. Let's see the alternate way in doing this same question. Now there's something we call trig identity. We call it trigonometry identities. Right? And the first one is telling me that the cos square theta plus sine square theta is equals to what? 1. This is the first one. Right? That is, if we are considering theta, we call it cos square theta. If we are considering x, we say cos x. If we are considering y, so it depends on the angle that you are considering. Right? Now, the second one is telling me that 1 plus tan square theta is equals to what? Sec square theta. This is the second one, which is 2. And the third one is telling me 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta. That is what? 3. Now, this trig identity plays an integral role when you deal with trigonometric analysis. So let's start doing the first one. Now, the first question here says that solution. Now, the first question here says that if tan theta is equals to 3 over 4, find sec theta. So we want to find sec theta. We know very well that sec theta, we're looking for it, right? So we will now check in these three trig identity which of them have sec. Now if you look at it very well, equation 2 have sec, right? So I will now write that recall sec square theta is equals to 1 plus what? Tan square theta. So I will write this again. But tan theta is equals to, from the question, our tan theta is given as what? 3 over 4. You can see that? Given as 3 over 4. So I'll move forward and I'm going to write, but tan theta is what? 3 over 4. So anywhere I see tan theta, I'm going to put 3 over 4. So we'll now move further. This sec square theta can be written as saying sec theta all square. Are we good? Equals to 1 plus tan theta will give me what? 3 all over 4 all square. That's the meaning of tan square. Now, from here, I can move further and say that my sec square theta or my sec theta all square will be giving me 1 plus 3 is in there saying 3 square over what? 4 square. Now we move forward. From here, if my square is coming to this side, I will have my sec theta will be equals to the square root of 1 plus 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. That is 4 times 4, right? And we move further. From here, I can say my sec theta is equals to the square root of the LCM here of this is 16. So this one has a silent one under here. So I say 1 in 16 is 16. 16 times 1, 16. Plus 16 in 16 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. So I'll move further and say that my sec theta will now be equals to the square root. 16 plus 9 is 25. All over what? 16. Right? So my sec theta will now be equals to what? Square root of 25 is 5. And square root of 16 is 4. So that is my answer for sec theta. Are we good? Now the next question is telling us that find what? Cos theta. We just finished with sec theta. Now we're going to what? Cos theta. So I'll move to my cos theta. So we're looking for cos theta now. So the same thing you do, we know that we're looking for, that is question II. So my cos theta, that's what we're looking for. Now recall that we're working with our previous answer. Recall that cos theta is equals to 1 over what? Sec theta. Right? Also, we know to recall that cos theta is equals to what? 1 over what? Sec theta. Then my cos theta will now give me 1 all over, what is sec theta? Sec theta is what? 5 over 4. So I'll place 5 all over what? All over 4 here. And this will give me 4 times 1 over 5. So I can easily say that my cos theta is equals to what? 4 all over 5. So this is the second answer here. Right? Now for the third one, we are told that, let's see, we should look for what? Sin theta. We have successfully looked for sec. We have looked for cos. Then the next one is sin theta. So I'm going to be doing it here. I'll be doing it here. Let's do it here. My sin theta, that is what we're looking for. So you're going to write, if you look in the question, which of them have sine here. So equation 1 has sine, right? So we move further and we solve. So for my sin theta, we write that, recall, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equals to 1, right? But cos theta is equals to our previous answer. What do we have for our cos theta? What we have for cos theta here is giving us what? 4 over 5. You can see that. So I'm going to input my 4 over 5 into this here. This will be 4 over 5, right? So I'll input it. So this is written as cos square theta, then as saying cos theta all square plus sin theta all square equals to 1. So if I put my cos theta, which is 4 over 5, I'll be having 4 over 5 all square plus sin theta all square equals to 1. So from here, 4 square is what? 16 all over 5 square is what? 25 plus sin theta all square equals to 1. So when I take this 16 over 25 to this side, I'll see that my sin square theta or sin theta all square is equals to 1. When it's coming, I turn to minus 16 over 25. Right? So from here, I can write it as saying the LCM of this is 25. Silent 1 is here. 125 is 25. 25 times 1 is 25. Minus 25 is 1. 1 times 16 is what? 16. We're still talking about sin square theta. Now, we move forward. We'll say that my sin square theta will now give me 25 minus 16 is 9 over 25. If I make my sine the subject of the formula, I'll be having sin theta is equals to the square root of what? 9 over 25, because when the square is coming here to the right hand side, becomes square root. So I will now say that my sin theta will be equals to square root of 9 is 3, square root of 25 is what? 5. So my answer is what? 3 over 5. So that is how you solve it alternatively. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button.